I did my little rant and rave on the Ron Paul situation earlier in the show, so we're not going to go through that again. It is what it is, and we shall move forward accordingly. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, well, stick around for a little while. It'll all come very clear. The interesting thing, as we have said all along about Ron Paul, is here's a congressman who has been elected and reelected and re-reelected and re-reelected. Has established an admirable record in Congress of voting against programs that do not have constitutional authority. Fiscal hawk, known authority on the Fed and monetary policy and things on that order. Of course, with all of that he brings to the table, he's promptly declared unelectable by the Washington and media punditry, who, quite frankly, are just too damn embarrassed and tongue-tied to try and answer some pretty silly and simple questions about constitutional governance, the morality of taxation, the morality of bombing people just for the hell of it because we want their oil or a pipeline or we're PO'd that they try to off our daddy, things like that, which have all been part and parcel of the current string, well, I don't know, going back, 50, 100 years, whatever, in American governance. So somebody comes along who's new, different, has principles, constitutional fealty, and all the rest, so naturally we have to trash him, except in some places the idea, the message, the principle is catching on. Amazingly enough, this guy, 70-some-odd years old, has got a tremendous following among college-age students. Why do you think that is? Do you think it could be because they see things more clearly than their parents? Could it be because they've got a greater affinity for principle than their parents? They haven't gotten caught up in union meetings and things along that order? I don't know, but we're about to find out. Over at UT, Eric Dailey is hanging out. He's a business management major and all the rest. So he knows stuff. He's going to be over there for a couple of years till he graduates, and who knows what kind of structural and emotional damage he can do over there by heading up a Ron Paul for president effort, or at least I think that's what he's doing. Why don't we just grab him and get him on the air here and find out what the hell is going on over there? Eric, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. How about you, Brian?
I'm reasonable. One day closer to bass fishing. Tell me exactly, tell all of us exactly what sort of skullduggery are you up to over there at the home of the Rockets?
Well, the University of Toledo Youth for Ron Paul group consists of college students who want to restore America by spreading Ron Paul's message of liberty, sound money, and non-interventionism foreign policy. And we're currently the largest Youth for Ron Paul group in Ohio out of 28 colleges. And we have a petition with over 300 signatures to bring Ron Paul to UT.
How many signatures do you need?
There's no set number, but we're shooting for at least 1,000.
All right. Does it have to be all UT students, or can you go off campus and round up a few?
For the petition, we can round up any signatures.
Well, I tell you what, you ought to leave a copy of that.
Out there.
You ought to leave a copy of that petition over at the Death Star over here on South Superior Street in the lobby. I'm sure a lot of people would sign up for that.
All right, I'll have to drop it by.
Do that. So how long have you been making this effort?
We're probably around for about a month or so right now. We're still pretty new.
How are you received? I mean, it's great to say you're the largest, our largest such organization on college campus. Although I find it a little embarrassing if Ohio State can't do any better than that. But we'll get to them later. I assume that you're either welcome with open arms or everybody yawns. I mean, you getting any heat?
Well, we're kind of not really grouped through UT right now. They consider us a committee because of the election being over in November. But we're currently in the process talking to them because we really think that it's a movement going on right now. And we are funded through Ron Paul's campaign with a bunch of pocket constitutions and things like that. So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are real expensive, you know.
Yeah, I'm very appreciative of the campaign helping us out.
Oh, they're great to have. At least two of them here because I always think I've forgotten one. But I'm curious in your conversations with your fellow students over there on the UT campus, of course, here in the heart of Unionville, Ohio. What sort of reaction do you get? I mean, would you say that the kids on the UT campus are politically astute, politically apathetic, politically deaf? Are they following the footsteps of their mommies and daddies? Give me a boots on the ground assessment of what the atmosphere is like there politically.
Well, I think the college students are finally realizing that Ron Paul is really the only candidate who represents the people, not himself. And it's pretty nice. We'll just have a table set up in the student union, and we'll have over 200, 300 people come in just saying the Ron Paul stuff and talking to us.
Do you know how many students have been following or watching any of the debates?
Yeah, definitely.
Is that something? Is there like a central location where everybody gets together and watches that business, or is everyone pretty much on their own to catch it as they can?
For a debate, we usually try to meet up at the second floor of our student union, probably 30 minutes before it starts.
Okay. And how many people can you fit in the room?
Probably about 45.
Okay. Are you generally packed?
Yeah, usually. Everybody's really enthusiastic about Ron Paul, and they're really pumped just because they understand that less than 2% of the delegates have been awarded so far, so he's still in good shape.
How do you see the issues, or not you, because I mean I figure I know where you are. You're for Ron Paul, and so am I. So we got that covered. But I'm interested in I'm trying to get a sense, because he does so well, on colleges, college campus, college age voters, and so on. And I heard you earlier, you say college students are starting to, catch on to the fact that he's the only candidate in the race that has the answers. What prioritize for us the top three issues for college students today, at least as far as UT is concerned?
For UT, it's probably foreign policy, monetary policy, and abortion are the three big ones.
Monetary, foreign, and abortion. I mean, nobody's concerned about a job over there?
Well, yeah, we have that too, but I think a lot of people are really worried about the monetary policy since we have fiat money right now instead of sound money, and Ron Paul is trying to get everybody aware of the corruption of the Federal Reserve and trying to get everybody on the right track.
I could have figured a college student would be really high on fiat money, because when hyperinflation sets in, you'd be able to pay off those student loans with pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you're a business major. Come on. Doesn't that work for you?
I'm not a Mitt Romney kind of guy.
What in the courses you're taking? I mean, you're an excellent candidate for this. Because we're going to be talking to Frank Ryan a little bit. He had a piece in American Thinker about an experience that he had talking to a group of college kids, who want to be CPAs, and the piece that he wrote was about the reaction from the students when the course was over, and they essentially said to him that as far as they were concerned, the American dream for college students was over. It was dead. That they saw themselves, people were living longer. Social Security was going down the crapper. The economy was already in the crapper. Their parents living longer meant that with Obamacare and everything, they're going to be the ones that are going to have to take care of their parents, because there is going to be Medicare or Social Security or retirement plans left, to do that because of what's going on. So they pretty much adopted this rather Epicurean philosophy, eat, drink, and be merry, because who the hell knows whether tomorrow will ever get here. How does that picture shape up with the students that you run into at UT?
We're pretty aware of Social Security not doing so well right now. It's just pretty much a big money pot, and politicians just keep grabbing in there. But
do you have any thoughts about where it's going or what to do about it? I mean, do you guys kick around any ideas about how to solve these problems, or are you just waiting on Dr. Paul to win the presidency?
Well, I feel that Ron Paul would come up with an alternative personal savings account instead of Social Security. That's probably the best bet.
Do you does your group, being the largest, in college, in college campi, do you have communication with the other chapters at the other campuses around the state, or are you all pretty much independent orchestras?
Well, we're trying to get involved in Michigan before the primary. We have some members who go to UT who live in Michigan, so we've been doing canvassing and calling people, letting them know about Ron Paul's campaign for liberty. And
how is that going to work when we finally get around to the election? I mean, the closer we get to November, does your group have the intention of working the phones, going out door to door, handing out bumper stickers, working the campaign at all, or is this just pretty much something like a glorified fan club where you get together and say how great Ron Paul is?
Oh no, we're really trying to get out there and make people aware of what's going on by calling people through the phone line and going to people's doors and just really preaching the message of personal liberty.
Yeah. Is there anything similar to what you're doing off campus? Is there a synergy or an opportunity for that to exist